Hello everyone, welcome to today's class. This is Teacher Simon taking you through IGCSE Core Mathematics paper 0580-13 for May-June 2025, and this is part 2 for questions 14 to 25. Question 14, they are saying the diagram shows a trapezium. The area of the trapezium is 42 centimeters squared. Work out the value of h. Area of a trapezium is equal to a half h into a plus b. This is how we get it. If I have, let's say this is our height here, then I have these two parallel sides. So this one here, okay, and I also have this one here. I want to show you where exactly a half is coming from, okay? Then also this one coming to that. So I'm going to have this as the h, the height. Maybe this is a, this is b. Then I get this one here. I'm going to duplicate it. We put it here. Then after that, I can rotate it to 180 degrees. Okay, something like that. So if I shift it and then put it here, do you see that when I do so, you can see that this is my b, this is b, this is a, this is h, b, a, and h. Now you can see that these two are added together. So when I put these two together, they give me a rectangle. Not so. And area of a rectangle is length times what? Width. So we are having a plus b, then the width is this h here. Are we there? Now this area here contains two of them, two trapezia, but we need one, so that means we shall multiply this one by a half. Do you see that? So that is how it comes to be a half h into a plus what? B. So what is our h here? The area is actually given as 42. The h is the one that we are looking for, but then we have the 4, then plus the 10. So this is 14. Divide by 2, we get 7. Not so. So that will be 42, which is equal to 7h. Then we shall divide all through by 7, and our h becomes what? 6. Question 15 part A. Write down the inequality represented on the number line. So here negative 4 is included. Now we have something like this. This one goes this side, which is the same as what? X greater than or equal to negative 4. So this one, when it is shaded, it means that this number is included. And then we also have this one here. Okay, then it comes this other side. So we are having x here less than what? Less than 3. Now we are having two inequalities here. Okay, if x is greater than or equal to negative 4, that means negative 4 is less than or equal to x. If I'm older than you, then you are younger than me. Not so? Then this other one here is x less than 3. So if I merge these two and then I just write 1x, okay, we shall have negative 4 less than or equal to x less than 3. That is our inequality. And then part B, write down the smallest integer that satisfies this one here. An integer, okay, an integer is a whole number, okay, is a positive or negative whole number. Okay, so if D is greater than, this is negative 3¼ this is the same as saying 3 greater than, this is negative 3.25, okay, because a quarter is 0.25. Now the ones that are greater, we can have something like this. This is negative 3 point maybe 25. Then I will have negative 3 here, negative 2, negative 1, like that as you go this other side. So meaning if it is greater, then the smallest is going to be this negative 3. All of these ones are bigger than this one here, okay? So I will have negative 3 here. Question 16. On Monday, the cost of a concert ticket is X dollars. On Tuesday, the cost of the ticket for the same concert is 20% more than the cost on Monday. Jack buys 4 tickets on Monday and 5 tickets on Tuesday. Jack pays $270 in total. Work out the value of X. Okay, so we have to look at the cost on Monday. Cost of a ticket on Monday. On Tuesday, sorry. On Tuesday, they said 20% more. So you can say X here, which is on Monday, then plus 20% of that X, which is the same as saying 1 plus 20 out of 100 of X. In other words, I'm factorizing out the X is common. So we have a 1 here, and then here we remain with 20 over 100. You see that? 20 out of 100 is 0.2. So that means 1 plus 0.2, that is 1.2 of X. Okay. Now, we have the cost of tickets on Monday. So we have 4 times the X. Okay. On Monday, the cost of the ticket is X. And Jack bought how many? 4. And then 5 tickets on Tuesday. So we have 5 tickets, then times the cost is 12X on Tuesday. 1.2 of X. And then the total is 270. So this is 4X. 1.2. This is 5 times 12 out of 10. So this one goes here once, then here you have what? 2. So 12 divided by 2, that one gives you a 6, not so? So you will get a 6. 6 here of X, which is equal to 201. 70, of course, this one will be 10X, which is equal to 270. Then if you divide all through by 10, that implies that our X is going to be 27. Then question 17 is coming from indices, and part A they are saying we are supposed to simplify y power 4 times y power 6. So here we shall have y, then 4 plus 6. If we are multiplying the same bases, then we add the powers. So this will be y to the power of 10. And then here we are dividing same bases, so we subtract the powers. We shall have p, and then we say 5 minus the 8. And that will be p to the power of minus 3. Or you can write 1 over p to the power of 3. Positive down here. When this one goes down, the power is a positive. Okay? So you can have this one as your answer. But in the exam, don't write this, that I've done all this. No, me, I'm just giving you can write either this one or this one, okay? But not both. Don't waste that time. Then here, this one is the same as W. Then you multiply these powers, okay? And that will be a 12 here. So we have W, then to the power of 12. The diagram shows a circle, center O. And P and S are points on the circle. POR is a straight line. QRST is a tangent to the circle at S, and then the assigned part A, find the value of X, give a geometrical reason for your answer. So here we are supposed to use what we call the circle theorems, and then the properties. we know that this is a tangent here. It intersects with the radius at 90 what? Degrees. Okay, you should know that one. This is 90 degrees, or I can even put the 90 here, whatever. So they said find the value of x. To find the value of that x, this is an isosceles triangle. So if this is a radius, and also this one here is the radius, then you look at the angle that is opposite to this side here, then, and also this one here. So those two, since these lengths are equal, then the angles that are opposite to them are also equal. So that's an isosceles triangle. So x will be equal to 25 degrees, because we shall say that this one is an isosceles one triangle. Or we can say base angles of an isosceles. Mark this spelling. Usually students fail here. Isosceles triangle are equal. So I have my triangle here, this one and this one, they are equal. Then these are the base angles we are talking about. So we have this triangle here. This one here will be a base angle as to that. You see that? So that is that. Even if you just write OPS is an isosceles triangle as the reason here, they will give it to you. Okay. Then part B, they want us to find the value of y. Now, to find the value of y, this is 25, this is 25. We need to find this angle here. Okay. The two interior opposite angles, when they are added, they give us the exterior angle. Okay. So we shall begin by finding this angle here. Or we say angle at the center. This angle here at the center is twice the angle at the circumference. So if you have something like this one here, you have this angle at the center, and then we have angle at the circumference. So if this is x, then this one will be twice x. Okay. Now again, this one is the same when we have the angle here, and then instead of doing this, the same chord, that chord actually passes through this one here, and it comes like that. So again, you will have, if this is x, then this one will also be what? 2x, the angle at the center. So that means this one here will be 2 times this. Okay. So I will say that angle RSQ, pardon me here, ROS, okay, ROS, it is going to be equal to 2 times 25. What am I saying here? What is the geometrical reason? Yes, here they have not asked us of the geometrical reason, but this is what I'm using, that angle at the center of the circle is twice angle at the circumference. Okay, so this one gives us what? 50 degrees. Now after that, this is a right angle triangle, so we have a 50 degrees here. Okay, and then this is 90. Now these two angles, when I add them, they will give me this one here. Okay, so we shall have y equal to 90 degrees, then plus 50 degrees. This one is the exterior angle property of a triangle. Exterior angle property of the triangle, where we say that the exterior angle is equal to the sum of the two opposite interior angles. Why is that one actually so? If I have a triangle here, And let's say this is my A, this is my B, maybe this is C, and then this one is D. I'm just proving this one here. Or maybe what you would have done is to first find this angle here, okay? You say 180 minus this one and this one, you get this angle, because angles in a triangle add up to 180 degrees. Are we there? Okay, then after getting this angle, again, that angle you subtract it from 180 to get this y here, because these are angles on a straight line. So isn't it the same as this one plus this? But let me prove it for you here. So this is a triangle. So those angles add up to 180 degrees. Okay. And then C plus D, those are angles in a straight line. They also add up to 180 degrees. So meaning A plus B plus C, since it is equal to 180 degrees, then it will be equal to C plus D, because C plus D is also equal to 180 degrees. What is common on both sides? It is C, so I cancel it out. Now, this simply implies that A plus B is equal to what? To D. You see that? These are the two interior opposite angles. When they are added, they give you the exterior what? Angle. That is what I said here. So that's why here I'm saying that you are having a 90 here, then plus the 50, they will give you this one here. You get that? So, and this one I think becomes 140 degrees. So that would be our answer here. Question 19, we are given a sector here. The diagram shows a sector of a circle with radius 3 centimeters and angle 60 degrees. Calculate the area of the sector and give your answer in terms of pi. Area of the sector is a portion of the circle. Okay, so it takes out a portion. This one is equivalent to 60 degrees. So we have 60 degrees, but for the whole circle, angles at a point, they add up to 360 degrees. So the total angle in the circle is 360. So we shall get 360 divided by, 60 divided by the 360, then times area of the circle. Okay, times area, times the area of the circle. So in other words, actually, let me put off the 60 here so that I substitute in the next step. So this is theta out of that. So this is 60 degrees out of the 360 degrees. Why are we multiplying by the area of the circle? A sector is a portion of the circle. So if they had asked us to find the length of this one here, length of the arc, then we multiply by the expression for finding the length of an arc, which is 2 pi r, right? So here we shall put pi r squared, and the radius is 3 squared. This one will go here once and then 6 times. So we shall have now 1. Okay, this is 6 times, so we shall have 9 then out of 6, because 3 squared is 9. Not so. Now we can simplify this one. If you get 9 divided by 3, you will get a 3. And they said in simplest form. Okay. So then 6 divided by 3, you will get a 2. So that is that. Or you can write this one as 1.5 of pi, or 1 whole number 1 over 2 of pi, as simple as that. Then question 20, they are saying that we need to find the highest common factor of 36 and 54. So I have 36 here and then 54. I need to get numbers that can divide the two numbers together. Okay. So those are the numbers that I use only here, and then I multiply them, and that will be my highest common factor. For example, a 2 can divide these two. Okay, so by 2 we get here 18, by 2 we get 27. Are we there? Now you cannot, yes, you can divide here by 2, but you cannot divide this one by 2. But a 3 can divide both. So now I go to 3. By 3 we shall get 18 divided by 3, you get 6, and then 27 divided by 3, you get a 9. Again, these two can be divided by a 3. So we shall get what? A 2 here and then a 3 here. Apart from 1, there is no other number that can divide 2 and 3. So that means our highest common factor is going to be 2 times 3 times 3. This is 6 times 3, that is 18. That is 18. Actually, 18 times 2, you get 36. 18 times 3, you get 54. That's why it is the highest common what? Factor. Question 21. In this question, all lengths are in centimeters. We have the triangle here and then the rectangle. And then they are saying that the perimeter of the triangle is equal to the perimeter of the rectangle. Form an equation and solve it to find the value of x. And you know that perimeter is equal to sum of all the lengths around a given shape. So they said that perimeter of the triangle is equal to perimeter of the rectangle. So what we can do here, we add all of these ones. So you have 2x plus 1 plus 9 plus x plus 3. That's the perimeter of the triangle. Then the perimeter of the rectangle, we have, remember, this one here is equal to that. Then this one here will be equal to that. So that means we shall have 2x minus 1 and then the x here. So you have x here, then plus 2x minus 1, then plus x, then plus 2x minus 1, 1. Or you can say twice into length plus width, because you have a length plus a length, then plus a width plus a width. So 2L plus 2W, which one is common? Is 2. Then I have 2 factorize out like that. So I would write this one as maybe 2 into x plus 2x minus 1. It is also okay. You get it? Now let us simplify this. 2x plus x, that is 3x. So we have 3x, then plus, this is 10, and then the 3. Isn't that a 13? That's a 13. And then this other side, 3x plus 3x, that is 6x. Minus 1, that is minus 2. Okay, then we can solve the equation now. You can collect like terms. I can say this is 13. When you take this one, this other side, it's a plus. Then when I take this one, this other side, it will become a minus. So 6x minus 3x. Remember, when we are solving equations, we undo operations. So this one is positive. Now when we take it away from here, it goes the other side, so it becomes a negative, because the positive is undone by the minus, and then multiplication is undone by division, and vice versa. So this one will give us 15. 6 minus 3, that will be a 3. Not so? Now we can divide through, because this is multiplication. So to undo multiplication, we are using what? Division. So you divide all through by 3, and our x becomes a what? A 5. As simple as that. Then question 22, they are saying rearrange the formula to make h the subject of the formula. So we have g, which is equal to h out of 3 minus 8. So I can first take this one this side, and it will become a positive. So we shall have g, then plus 8 will be equal to h over 3. Now to undo the division, just like I said here, then we are going to use what? Multiplication. So we shall then multiply both sides, or you can say cross multiply. Okay, when you cross multiply, the 3 will come there, and then you have the h. So if I open the brackets here, you can write your answer, by the way, as 3 into g plus 8, or you can say 3g then plus the 24 if you open the brackets. Okay, question 23, we are having a rectangle A and then rectangle B, And they are saying rectangle A is mathematically similar to rectangle B. There is somewhere I talked about congruency and similarity of figures. That is in part 1, okay? So they are saying here, work out the value of x. Now, if shapes are similar, that means the corresponding sides are in the same ratio, but the corresponding angles are equal. Let's say this one here is equal to that. Of course, this one is 90. So this and that one here. So what do we have now here? I will have x here. The corresponding side to the x is this 1.5. So x, then I divide by 1.5. I was talking about the ratio. That's a fraction. Then is equal to, since I've begun with this one, then divide by this, I have to come back to rectangle A. I pick another side. So this is 8, and then the corresponding one for B is the 2. So I will have 8, then divide by 2, and then we shall cross multiply. So this is x, which is equal to 8 over 2 is a 4, then times 1.5. 1.5 is the same as 3 over what? Over 2. This one can go here 2 times, then 2 times 3, you get a what? A 6. As simple as that. Even you can see that this one was, this one here was multiplied by 4 to give you the 8. That means get this one, multiply it by 4 to give you the x here, which is 6 centimeters. And then question 24, work out the value. Work out 3 whole number 1 over 2 minus 1 whole number 4 over 7. Give your answer as a mixed number in the simplest form. So we're using rules of fractions. These are mixed numbers. So the first thing we do is to turn them to improper fractions. So what do we have here? We shall have 2 times 3, that's a 6, then plus 1, that will be a 7, then out of 2, then minus 7 times 1, that is a 7, then plus 4, that will be 11, right? So 11, then out of 7. Now we can use the butterfly method. To solve these ones, you must have the same denominator. So multiply these two, and then multiply the 7 with this, and then that with that. So what are we getting here? 2 times 7, then 7 times 7, then 11 times 2 here. So this is 77 minus 22 out of 14. This will be 55, then out of 14. We cannot simplify this one here, okay, because there is no number that can divide these two. However, 14 here, the multiples of 14, we have 14, then plus 14, that is 28, plus 14, you get 42, plus 14, you get 56. Now we have a 55 here. So this 55 is bigger than 42 here. But 3 14s have gone. That means I will write 3 whole number. And then here, 55 minus 42. So if you have 55 minus 42, automatically this one will be what? 13. Because from 55 to even go to 56, it is 1 unit. So go back 1. That is why we have the 13 here. And then you write 13 out of 14 as our answer there. Then lastly, question 25, solve the simultaneous equations, these ones here. Now, there are many methods we can use. We can use elimination method. We can use substitution. We can use matrix method. We can use graphical. But if they leave for you space like this, in this kind of curriculum, what they do, they give you what we call, they give you the graph if at all you are going to solve it using graphical. But now here we are going to use calculus. Now I'm going to use elimination. So you eliminate one of them. So I can eliminate x. If I have 8x here, then plus 5y, which is equal to 4, and then 2x here, minus y is equal to 10. You can eliminate x, you can eliminate y. You can make one of them the subject of the formula, like maybe y here, I make it the subject of the formula, and then I substitute in this other equation, whatever you want, okay? Now, to eliminate one of them, that means the coefficient. So since I'm eliminating x, then the coefficient of x has to be the same in both equations, okay? So since this is 8 and this is 2, I can turn this 2 to 8 by multiplying all through by 4. Then this one I leave it. So when I multiply all through, of course, for this one here, it has remained. I'm going to just duplicate it, put it here. And then here we shall have 8x, 4 times everything, okay? Minus 4y, then is equal to 40. Now, these ones here are the same, but also look at the signs. They are all positive. So if the signs are the same, you subtract to eliminate. If the signs are different, you add. Suppose this one was having a minus. So you cannot say this one here minus this one because they are going to add up. You see? So you just need to add them if the signs are different. If the signs are different, you add. If the signs are the same, you subtract. So subtracting here, x disappears. Now we have 5 minus 4. This one becomes a what? A 9. So we shall have 9y here, which is equal to 4 minus 40. What do you get? Negative 36. So y will be negative 36 out of 9. And 36 is a multiple of 9. So that is a 4 here. Okay? A negative. Then I can now come to this one here. I can come to which one? Any of these ones, the two equations, to solve for x. Okay? So let's say we are using the second equation, 2x minus y, which is equal to 10. We have 2x here, which is equal to 10 plus y, not so? So our x is going to be 10. Our y is a negative 4. Then we shall divide by 2. What do we have here? 6 divided by 2. And then we get a what? A 3. So that means our x is going to be equal to 3. And then our y is negative what? 4. Okay, that is using elimination. But I can also use what? I can also use maybe substitution. Let me also show you this one here. Alternatively, we can make y the subject of the formula in the second one here. So 2x minus 10 shall be equal to what? Y. Then we substitute this one here into the first equation, So we have 8x, then plus. Where there is y, I'm going to put 2x minus 10, okay? This whole thing replaces the y here. Then this one is equal to 4. Now we open the brackets. The equation we are going to get is going to be in terms of x. So this will be 50, then that. Then here, this will give us 18x. Then take this one this side. You have 4 plus 50. And then our x is going to be 54 divided by 18. And actually that one is a 3. Okay, then what is our y now? The value you have gotten here, put it here. So you will have 2 times 3, then minus 10. This is positive 6 minus 10, which is a negative what? 4. So whichever method you use, you must get the same answers. Okay? And that is that. So this has been it for this second part of the paper. Thank you so much for watching. May God bless you. If you find the content very helpful to you, kindly like, share, and even subscribe. See you in the next videos.